ladies, here is Lucia, the expert in style and presence transformation, and I'm going to talk to you about women in business and the relationships they have in the corporate world. I just came back from having a catch up with a client of mine. She works in the finance environment, and she's one of the top women in her field. So she's definitely worked very hard to get there. But the nice thing about her, what I love about her, is that also that she still looks very feminine, and she's a very nice person from within. And we were talking about that she finds very difficult to have nice relationships with other women in her field. On top of it, there are not many women at her level. But she was just sharing that it was very complicated to have a good, harmonious relationship with those women. And she finds there is not much support. There is actually more support from the men, funny enough, than from other women. And that's not the first time I have a conversations like that. And that's why I'm so passionate about styling women in business and bringing out all their femininity, which I really believe is a woman's strength. What happened especially in the financial market, is that lots of women, they got up to their career in that field, had to fight and had to, in a way, bring along really masculine attitudes and really to develop those masculine side of them. And therefore, when they get there and they see some other lady that are really smart, but they actually look good, whereas they lost a little bit of connection with themselves as a woman, and therefore they normally go for a much more masculine appearance as well, they feel kind of frightened and so not very supportive. And that is really a shame. I really want to say, if you look out there, men, they do support and they do hang out after work more. And even the corporates, they create many more events for men to relate to each other and create relationships that after become even business partnership. And women, they should be the mothers of that, When we talk about feminine skills, we talk about creativity, we talk about intuition, and more than anything, it should be relationships. Unfortunately, what happens is that very often, by developing these more masculine attitudes, we get detached from our feminine side, and we have a sort of imbalance within ourselves. And everything around it more and more changes, and very often these ladies, they frighten the other business partner, they're really happy of being seen powerful, and that men, they own respect to them. But wouldn't it be nicer, easier and more productive that those men, they actually enjoy working with you, and that they look up at you, and therefore like to create something together rather than fight or need to follow certain rules. A good example was a client of mine, American woman, very powerful, at the top of the financial system, and she definitely was one of these scary women that definitely men had to respect, but they didn't like her. And she was traveling around the world a lot, and guess what? At the end of the day of hard work, she was going back to a lonely room in a hotel, until finally she could be reunited with her family every now and then. And she was in her 60s, but from the outside, she looked like she already had everything. But as a woman, she definitely was not fulfilled. When I met her, she had no makeup on, grey hair, cut very short, mumsy, baggy clothes, and definitely, worst of all, runny shoes. I got her to the hairdresser. I got her to have a slightly softer haircut, apply a very little touch of makeup, and more than anything, change radically her clothes and get her to train a little bit on a pair of heels. Comfortable, but that at least gives you a posture that makes you to look feminine and confident. Guess what? After 2 times I saw this lady, she was absolutely transformed, so much that some people were asking me, who is that stylish woman? They didn't recognize her. And what made me really proud is that she shared with me that now, after business meetings, people were actually inviting her out for dinners, enjoying her company. Her husband was thrilled about the new woman he finally had back home. And just relationships inside and outside work were so much more natural and so much more enjoyable. Isn't that what everyone should really have in their life? So, women, I'm talking to you, all you ladies, whether you are in denial with yourself or not, just take proud of who you are as a woman and don't be too critical about yourself. Now, in this contemporary era, you can be powerful and you can be beautiful because you deserve to be. So I suggest you tomorrow to do one thing for me, but most of all for you. Just do something that you really enjoy and then make yourself really proud of yourself. And then follow my next video, and slowly I will give you plenty of tips to be the woman you deserve to be. Bye!